So yesterday, an update launched for Delta Force, a mid-season update that is called Spooky Masquerades, because we are nearing Halloween, and there's a bunch of new stuff, as well as balance adjustments, which I wanted to go through in the patch notes, because there's a lot of interesting things that have been changed. So as per usual, a link to the patch notes will be in the description down below, as well as in the top pinned comment if you want to go read them for yourselves. And I'm going to gloss over some of this stuff pretty quickly, most notably like the skins and all those cosmetic stuff. So there's a new event, Billy's Playground. This is a skin for D-Wolf that you can mostly get for free, if I recall what they told me, that if you log in and play a specific amount of time in operations or in warfare, you'll be able to unlock this skin through that. So that's really nice that they're giving this for free. This is a free skin as well. This one as well, if you play during the event, you accumulate time in operations or warfare, you're going to earn more points to earn this skin. The P90, I believe this is, candy tokens you need to exchange. So that's like a new event where you need to exchange candy tokens. Spooky Masquerade Challenge is a specific challenge. You get at this one, which you also get for free. Or toolboxes and operation maps have a chance to spawn this, which is a collectible Billy Wolf. No clue. I think it's a charm, maybe. No clue. Lucky Ratty and all that stuff. So there's a bunch of new things for cosmetics and skins and stuff like that, which I'm just going to go through. One of the things that I wanted to point out is solo queue is coming to operations. So this is the map rotation for the solo queue, and it will be active from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday UTC on 0 Dam normal. Solo queue will be live on PC, mobile, and console. Leali Grove normal hours have also been adjusted with the updated schedule shown in the image. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there will be solo queue on PC, mobile, and consoles. So I would imagine they're doing this as a test to see if it's something that can be added permanently down the line. Moving on to the nitty gritty of the patch notes, we have balance adjustments for the map. So the only map that's being adjusted here is Fault on Attack and Defend and Victory Unite, because it wasn't all that great. So Defender's insertion point adjusted backwards for the first deployment. It was a little bit too close. The Objective Defender's respawn point adjusted backwards along the wings. Added protective parameters for the attacker in the side wing. And when the attacker's troop force is at 200 on PC or 150 on mobile, another FSV wheeled tank destroyer will be available. So just making the push a little bit easier for the attackers. Operator balance adjustments. So Tempest, in all modes, the emergency evasion device is now 20 seconds as opposed to 25. In operations, the evasion device self-rescue time adjustment. After each self-rescue, the next self-rescue is increased by 1 second up to a maximum of 15 seconds. So making it not as powerful as it once was. For Raptor, in all modes, the Silver Wing slightly increased hitbox and reduced HP. It now only takes a singular shot to take down. The wing cam and destruction timing moved up. So from the start of the fourth scan, it's now start of the third scan, it's got reduced HP and now only takes 1 shot to destroy. In Warfare, the Silver Wing warning range was 30 meters. It's now 90 meters, so quite a bit larger. EMP grenade is now starting at 2 quantity as opposed to 1. Luna also saw some nerfs, which is surprising. So the Volt Arrow damage radius was 5 meters. It's now 4 meters, and I believe that's what it was before they buffed it to 5. The Volt Arrow, the maximum quantity is now 2 as opposed to 3, so just a little bit less Volt Arrow spam. In operations, the cooldown for Volt Arrow was increased to 50 seconds as opposed to 40. For Seneva, the EOD damage set reduction logic was optimized, so fixed damage reduction was 30%, now it's 10%, and the ballistic vest durability consumption, so 50% less durability loss while EOD set is active for your ballistic vest, and after the adjustment, Seneva with high-level ballistic vests and active EOD set will have stronger defense, but it will drop significantly with ballistic vest levels much lower than the bullet tier or without a ballistic vest. The shield turn speed interference, so when the EOD set is active and hit by operator equipment or flashlights, the shield view turn speed will be slowed, which is interesting, and it's also going to make it easier to land hits on Seneva, so a little bit less of a pain. For EOD set sustained equipment adjustments, so they changed from 50% reduced base stamina recovery after carrying shield for 90 seconds to 100% reduced base stamina recovery and 30% reduced movement speed after carrying the shield for 90 seconds. So the longer you have that EOD set equipped and the shield out, the slower your stamina will recover and the slower your movement speed will be. So interesting balance changes there. For vehicle balance adjustments, so this is specifically for Warfare, for the battle tank, they minor increase to the 120mm high explosive shell turret rotation speed. So they're making changes on a shell per shell basis for the turret rotation speed, which is interesting. They decreased the turret rotation for the APF SDS shells, and they also slightly tweaked how often you can actually shoot those APF SDS shells. It was 4 seconds before, and now it's 3.7 seconds. For the IFV, they did a minor increase to the high explosive shell turret rotation speed. And direct hit damage was 70, 64, 60, and now it's 100, 75, and 60. And the damage fall off distance was 100 meters, now it's 150. Was 100 meters to 150, and then 75 meters to 125 now. For the fin stabilized armor penetration rounds, the direct damage hit beyond 200 meters was 100, and now it's 90. For the canister rounds, the firing interval is now 0.4 seconds, down from 0.55, and they also improved the projectile grouping. So, and the projectile damage was reduced from 16 to 12, and the damage fall off multiplier was 75 to 125 meters, and now it's 0.6 to 0.45x. I'm not sure what it was before. It was potentially lower than that, I want to say. They didn't actually point it out here. For the AA, so they increased the range of the 20mm and they reduced the damage it does against actual players. As for the 30mm autocannon, they basically increased the overheat time, same thing for the 20mm, and they increased the damage against player characters from 20 to 25. They also slightly reduced the surface-to-air missile lock-on duration. For the assault boat, you now have 2 TV missiles as opposed to 1, and the base splash damage to characters was 75, and now it's 100, and the minimum splash damage was increased to 80. They also did some balance adjustments to the weapons. So the AS Val Assassin Premium Barrel specifically, the burst interval timer between bursts was 0.16 seconds, and now it's 0.14 seconds. The M249, they improved the weapon firing stability. The S12K, basic handling is now 55 as opposed to 49. In Warfare, the MK47, so they improved the recoil control modification benefits because that weapon kicked like an absolute mule, so it might be a little bit better now than it was when it launched. For the AS Val assault rifle, the base damage was 20, now it's 21. Interesting. And for the Assassin Premium Barrel, they took out the damage multiplier for the arms, so it was like 0.85% something damage to the arms. So it was 20, now it's 26. So it's in line with the damage you're doing to the chest and the stomach with the AS Val Assassin Premium Barrel. In operations, damage for the MK47 was 40, it's now 42. For the Ember Barrel, it was 44, it's now 45, and the muzzle velocity was increased. For the Battle Barrel, 44, it's now 46, and the armor penetration was 46, it's now 47. For the AS Val, the damage fall off was tuned a little bit, so the damage fall off started at 27 meters and ended at 54. It was 0.85x damage, 0.7, and now it's 0.9 and 0.8. The AS Val Assassin Premium Barrel, once again, the abdomen damage multiplier was 0.9, now it's 1. Limb damage multiplier was 0.5, now it's 0.6, and the damage fall off distance was 30 meters to 45, it's now 40 to 60. For the M250, the headshot multiplier was increased to 1.82, up from 1.6. For the QCQ, a few changes to the bolt, so rapid bolt now has 4 handling, and the stable bolt now has 0 handling, as opposed to the penalty of -4. For the AK-12, they increased the damage to 30 from 29, and the armor penetration from 41 to 42. For the S12K, just a few changes to some specific stocks and barrel combos here. For the shotgun cannon muzzle brake, they reduced the control from 20 to 12. Echo suppressor increased the handling a little bit. Vortex choke, same thing. Reduced the control. So a few little, like, very minor balance changes here and there to bring some of the attachments in line with other things. And then pistol damage against enemy soldiers significantly increased. So against common soldiers, rocketeers, and snipers, the headshot damage multiplier is now 4.5. So basically one shot. Torso damage multiplier was 1, now it's 4. And the limb damage multiplier was 1, now it's 5.5. Against flamethrowers, the headshot damage multiplier is 3, up from 1.7. And against machine gunners, it was 2, now it's 3.3. And finally, for bug fixes and optimizations, they fixed an issue where the button wouldn't show up after setting a custom mantle key. They fixed an issue where getting hit by Raptor's UAV caused abnormal damage. Never run into this. Fixed an issue where Hack Claw's Wizardell had abnormal deployment time when using the flash drones. Fixed abnormal sound effects when some throwable items exploded underwater. Fixed occasional warfare match crashes. Fixed an issue where Stinger's Hive-Tech pistol could gain damage reduction effects, which is weird. Fixed an issue where bosses in Operation Starslayer and Operation Raven Hunter behaved abnormally. And finally, fixed an issue where Laeli Grove wildfire sound effects weren't affected by helmet noise reduction. So a few things that I'm sad to not see in this specific update is the issues that a lot of people are experiencing with audio, specifically in Warfare. There's a lot of audio clipping, crackling, and just weird audio stuff happening on the maps that have jets specifically, but also on occasional maps where there's a lot of audio in very tight spaces like on Shaft and stuff like that. There's some really weird audio glitches, and also matches don't fill up very fast in Warfare. I don't know why that is, but the devs have asked me to provide them with some feedback for the game, the current state of the game, which I will be doing. And if you have any, please leave it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.